Well, hey there everyone, it's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Hi, hello. We're out here at South Table Mountain, not too far from the house at Fossil Trail. Just going on a little walk with Appo, get some energies out. So yeah, just gonna hang out here for a little bit. Just got done with work and he was anxious, a little anxious boy. So we're getting to it. Hope you're all doing well. Make sure to leave in the comments how you're doing, and hope you're having a good day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Oh, there are a lot of people with their dogs out today. I'm one of them, so I guess I can't complain. But yeah, it's a little afternoon stroll, why not? Let's see if he goes potty so I can take the bag back to the trash can over there. But yeah, just finished with work. Today is Tuesday the 25th, I guess? Yeah, 2 days before Thanksgiving. And yeah, I work tomorrow and then I have Thanksgiving off, and then I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off as well. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be a nice little break. So yeah, I don't have much to do to prep for Thanksgiving. My mom just said to bring a pie or a dessert of some kind and some wine. So I need to stop by the store tomorrow and grab that stuff. And then we've got Thanksgiving, and then I might be doing a mini Friendsgiving with Matt and Ben. They haven't confirmed that yet, so I'm not sure. If we don't, it's okay. Might be nice just to come home and relax. So we shall see. Come on, big boy. So yeah, feeling better. I'm feeling pretty much 100%, but my throat's still a little, I don't know. It happened last time I got sick, like the mucusy, like just, my voice sounds a little off. That lasted for so long, so I'm hoping that goes away soon. And then I'm not sure if it was just another bout of foot inflammation or what was going on, but my foot was killing me yesterday. And so I took just like some ibuprofen and stuff. So I'm not sure if it's like a plantar fasciitis thing or what's going on. Feels better today. It's still a little sore, so I'm not moving quite as quickly. And I'm like, when will I be back to not having anything wrong? I'm waiting for the day where I'm like, everything today was good. I feel like the past 2 weeks, something's been off. So I don't know if it's just that time of year or my immune system was down. I don't know what's going on, but it's feeling better. I'm just a little uncomfortable on my left foot, so I'm not hauling like we normally would, but I'm doing okay. I'll survive. I'll make it on this hike or this walk. So you didn't even pee. What are you kicking for? So yeah, had all that, and then I filmed this past Saturday, I believe, and then on Sunday I was going to take some kits to Sintra, one of the D-Stash purchasers. Hi, if you're listening. And I was headed out and ran over a nail, and we got a flat tire. I don't know when I ran over it, but it didn't start beeping at me that my pressure was low until I was on the highway. And so I pulled over because I'm like, oh, maybe it's just low because of the, when the weather gets cold, air pressure goes down. But it just kept getting lower and lower. I get to the gas station and pull over, and it's completely flat. So luckily I wasn't too far from a Walmart, so I could go hang out. I wasn't too far from a Walmart, and my car doesn't have a spare in it. It didn't come with one. So of course I had to call insurance and sit on hold with them forever, and then answer a bunch of questions and schedule the tow to come get me. Are you just gonna kick? schedule the tow to come get me. By the time I got all that scheduled, I was already like 40 minutes late for meeting up, so I had to call and cancel again. Felt like such a jerk. But I was able to get it towed just down the street to the tire place where it's not the same location, but the same chain that I got my tires, and they were able to patch it pretty quickly for free. So they said the patch should be fine. It wasn't in any like critical area or anything like that. So got that done and just came back home. I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm over it. So came home. So yeah, it was kind of a bust, that trip. Yeah, then I had to work the next day and work today. So yeah, that's kind of what happened this weekend. Nothing really exciting. Just really all I did was that walk with you guys. And that video, at the time of filming this, is still uploading. I do not know what's going on with my internet. It has been so slow for the past few days. So I tried uploading that video on yesterday. It sat for like the whole day and wasn't uploading. How much pee do you have in you today? My word. And eventually YouTube was just like, we're canceling it. It's just taking too long. So I'm trying again today, we'll see, but it's not certainly not the computer or anything. It's just the internet speed. Even on my work computer was really lagging today. Like, what is going on? So I might just need to unplug the router and try again. And hopefully it works. I mean, hopefully it works as it is, but I need to reset the router once this video is uploaded and see if that helps, because I'm like, these internet speeds are so slow. And it's not necessarily the download speed, it's the upload speed that apparently is off. So like my computer loading stuff seems to be going fine, but then when I try to do like a Teams call with work where I'm like uploading, like essentially streaming, it's very slow. So I don't know if live streams would be slow. So I'm like, maybe it's the internet too that was affecting it. I don't know. So we'll see. Hi. I might try to do a pop-up live tonight or tomorrow night at the time of filming this, just to test again and just hang out for a little bit like I did last week. We'll see. But yeah. And then as far as DStash update goes, all invoices are taken care of, that from people that ordered except for one, which went back into my stash, but then somebody claimed it. So now I have 2 more that need to go out. Plague Doctor and Forbidden Wonders. Someone snagged those. You know who you are. Hi. And then Sintra messaged me and she was like, hey, I think it'd be better if I just have them shipped instead of trying to meet up again. I was like, I'm so sorry. I haven't written her back yet, but I feel so bad. So I need to ship those. So that's going to be a project for tomorrow on my lunch break. And then that'll just leave me with Christine from Hannah Lynn will be the only one that ended up not getting sold. Come on, Apollo. So yeah, then we'll be all done. I'm just going to put Christine back in my stash, and I don't even know if I'm going to try to get rid of her. I might just keep it just to call it done, because I'm kind of ready to be done. So can we go? Oh my gosh. He's in maximum sniff mode recently. Okay, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move. We got to keep walking, buddy. So yeah, just wanted to check in with y'all and tell you that I'm continuing to feel better ever so slowly. D-stash is pretty much done. I just need to ship stuff. A couple more invoices need to be completed for those extras that somebody snagged, but I'm not too concerned about that. I know they'll get taken care of and get those shipped out and finally be done with D-stash. And I haven't checked Diamond Art Club. I think I checked on it like once or twice today for their Black Friday releases. I know they had, hi. I know they announced that they're releasing 111 kits, I think is what it was, which is crazy. So nothing has popped up yet that is a must-have for me, which I'm kind of surprised by. It's like, none of this that they're releasing so far has really piqued my interest. But if that Yume, that mermaid Yume, is still in stock. Oh, potty break, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, that mermaid kit from Yume, I took another look at it. I'm like, at first I was like, I love it. Then I was like, I don't know if I like the crop. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, I do kind of like it. So we'll see if it's still around for the actual Black Friday release, like the announcement this Friday. If it's still in stock, or the release drop, whatever they call it, on Black Friday, then I might snag it. And I've got that Ivy that came out that I do really like. So we'll see if they're still around. I might snag them with anything else that releases on Black Friday. But so far, nothing's jumped out to me. Which I'm like, I hope that there's some stuff that's more my taste as the days progress leading up to Black Friday. But we shall see. We shall see. Oh, Apo. Your dad's moving slow today. There's something stuck in my shoe, too. Ugh. Yeah, I'm ready to be back to 100%. But till then, we're just going to have to limp along. Come on, buddy. So yeah, you'll have to let me know. Not sure when this will go up. I'm hoping soon. Sooner than later. Maybe it'll go up on Thanksgiving. You'll have to let me know if there's any kits that have come up on the announcements for DAC that you're like, I must have this. There's one Mica Gelina that is beautiful. It's not 100% my style, but it looks so good, and I feel like they did a really good job with the rendering. It's kind of like a tree house. And I was like, ooh, that's really nice. But I'm like, stop yourself, Anthony. Yes, you like the artwork, but would you want to diamond paint it? I'm like, probably not. So I've got to keep myself in check. There was another one. It's like a Peggy Collins one. It was also really pretty. But I'm going to hold out. Okay. Hard part's over, Apo. Hard part's over. I cannot believe you're peeing this much. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I think we're gonna come over here and take a little pit stop. 1 second. Okie dokie. Just wanted to stop and get a couple shots up here on South Table Mountain. It was fun. It was fun. One of the things I've said this before or I said it I think yesterday or last vlog I should say. So you have to check on the app and make sure that you're not flying anywhere you're not supposed to. So it'll have like yellow or red areas on a map you can see on the screen where it's like a no-fly zone or there's like restrictions. And I could have sworn there would have been a restriction flying southeast, because just over here, and I'm sure you've seen it before, there is a state trooper or the state police, whatever you want to call them. Their training center is over here, so you're able to see the track that they drive on to do their evasive maneuvers and stuff. And there used to be a prison down at the bottom of the hill. Well, that closed down, so it's no longer a prison. So that used to be, from what I remember, a no-fly zone, but they don't have it on the map anymore, so I'm not sure if it's because the prison's closed that they're fine with you flying over their little training center, but I would assume that would be a no-fly zone. So I didn't go over there just in case, even though it says it's okay, but I stopped before that. But I kind of wanted to fly that way because that way is downtown Denver. So I was like, oh, you probably would get some cool nighttime shots of the city. So if it gets dark while we're up here, we'll check it out. Hi. Because I think I can fly around the training center, but we'll see. So yeah, that was really fun. I'm learning to gauge height and stuff a little bit better, because it tells you how far off the ground you are from your starting point, but it doesn't tell you how far off the ground you are as you fly. So it'll avoid crashing, like it won't bottom out and hit the ground, but you don't want to risk it, especially if it's moving fast or if there's brush or something that it gets caught on, or a tree. So you kind of want to make sure that you're at least above like the trees and stuff. And since it's so hilly up here, there's like mounds and stuff, it's kind of hard to tell, but you kind of get a good gauge as long as you, because at first when I flew it on Saturday, I was paying a lot of attention, like looking up to see where it is, as opposed to the screen. And I learned that once it gets far enough away from you, you can't see it anymore. So you really do have to rely on the screen and where you're flying on the screen. So now I've learned to kind of just pay attention mostly to the screen until I can hear it approaching or leaving. But once it's out of eyesight, then you really gotta just look down at the controller and just watch where you're going. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I flew it further than I have as of yet. So that was cool. Come on, baby. But I want to kind of try to get some evening or nighttime shots. We'll see if we'll do it tonight, because I'm moving slow. I don't know how far we'll go. But yeah, nothing else too major is going on in my world. No upcoming trips, no plans to do any of that stuff. Just enjoy Thanksgiving. I'm going to be dog sitting for Alex and MJ next week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I have Monday, Tuesday off next week. So Maverick's going to come over and stay with us at our house because he is cat trained. They have a cat at home with him. So he stayed at my place with Theo there, and zero issues, which is nice. So we might do some hikes or something, we'll see. And then that's really about it on the docket for me. Gonna try to get some diamond painting done. I worked on, well, I guess we can run through them. So I have Kitted Up Not Started to Abraham Hunters, Winter Solace and Sedona Majesty. And then I have Garden of Earthly Delights, no progress. Inner Garden, no progress. And then I have Fushimi Inari, which is my round drill project from Yume Art. I got another 2 or 3 sections done on that. It's moving pretty quickly. I do need to go through and clean it up because I was just going to town on some lighter color drills. I don't think they're white. I think they're maybe a cream color. But the putty that I was using was a dark color and some of it got stuck to the canvas. So there's these weird little dark pieces where putty stuck to the canvas. So I need to clean that up or drop some mica powder on it. I'm not sure. And then I have Cognac Biscuit for Mucomania, and I finished one section, and last night I got another maybe quarter section done, so I'm hoping to finish that section tonight. I'd like to have a row done by the end of the month, so by next week, to have this row completed. I think I have like 2 sections left. So hopefully we'll get that done, and then next month I'd like to get another row done. So you can be like, I'm 3 rows done with my Mucomania project, which will mean it's probably like 25% complete. And then hopefully next year I'll get back to it. I have a feeling I'm going to be picking at it all year. Because I'd like to have as many finishes done before I move as possible. So I might keep picking at it, even after Mucomania has finished. Or I might get a wild hair and decide to set it aside and finish Inner Garden. Who knows? Who knows? But I have a feeling Fushimi Inari is going to be done next month because I can really crank through that project. I'm moving fast. And then that'll set me up to do the Inquisitor for Mia's Cats event in January. So that'll set me up for that. And yeah, I was trying to think about what paint-alongs I should do next year. I'd like to do, of course, Mucomania again, and then maybe 2 paint-alongs, one in the spring and one in the fall. So let me know if you have any ideas, if there's a particular artist that you think would be fun, or a particular kit that you think that would be fun. What? Oh, yeah? Yeah? Is it freak out time? Good over. Oh, okay, all right. That's it. It's like I needed that yesterday. We went on such a short walk because my foot was like really hurting. So we literally went like around the block, and it was like just enough for him to poop and pee, and that was it. I was like, I'm so sorry, buddy. I feel bad because between that and the sickness the past 2 weeks, like we have not been doing as much distance as we normally do. So yeah, tomorrow, hopefully everything's back to 100%. I'm crossing my fingers. And if it is, then we'll be doing an off-leash situation. Because Thanksgiving, I'm going to be at my mom's, so we probably will just do a couple shorties. So, come on, let's go. So yeah. And it's finally getting cold. It's supposed to potentially snow this weekend, but it's definitely chilling down. It's in the 30s right now. I think it's like 36 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So it's definitely chilly. I've got my gloves and my thick coat on. So we're gonna have to switch into winter walk mode. Get my boots, my big boots out. of the closet and get those ready. And so, yeah. How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling, buddy? But yeah, let me know if you have any ideas. I was thinking, like we did last year, I did bouquet or the flowers with Mia. It's like maybe we'll do one more, another generic topic like that. So, you know, more modern artists can be used. Or pick a particular modern artist, like do a Yume or an Ivy paint along, and then do another one that's more old masters focused. So maybe highlight one of my other old masters artists or something. I don't know. I don't want to make it too specific that, or so specific that people feel like they can't participate. But I also want to use what's in my stash. So maybe it should be just general topics. So maybe not artist specific, but we'll do like, not flowers, but, you know, something along those lines. Like just a particular subject. So yeah, let me know. If we did, since Mia's doing, oh look, there's deer. Since Mia's doing cats, maybe I'll do a dog's paint along. There's a deer here, and usually if there's one, there's more than one. Let me, because this camera, when it gets dark, it starts to get grainy. So let me pause you, turn the ISO up, meaning change how much, I change the settings, so hopefully it's a little bit clearer in the dark. Hold on. Yeah, I think that looks okay for now. I'm so bad at playing with the manual settings, I never touch them. So I'm like, should I mess with this? I think it looks okay for right now. Once it gets, I've noticed on like 2 vlogs ago, once it started getting about this dark, the image quality started getting really grainy, and I was like, oh man. But hopefully if that new camera that I pre-ordered actually comes in, that'll be much improved. This deer is literally following the trail in front of us. You probably can't see it, but it's probably about 100 feet or so in front of us. So hopefully it takes off, because I want to throw the drone up one more time to get the cityscape out in front of us. And we're officially around the little, we're on the opposite side of the little testing ground. It's straight in front of us. But we went around it, so if I point the drone and go straight, I shouldn't upset anyone or anything. Oh yeah, he's churning. The deer's churning, Appo. So once he runs off, yeah, he's running off through the field in front of us, it looks like. Once he takes off, then we'll pop the drone up. I just don't want to spook him. Oh, baby. All by himself, too, or herself. Or their self. I don't want to misgender the deer. So yeah, we'll probably come up. There's a little pull off up here from what I remember. We should be officially out of harm's way, or anyone getting mad like, hey, you shouldn't be flying up over the state troopers' little facility up here. See you later, dearie. You see you later. Say bye to the deer. Looks like he's on a mission. So yeah. Let me know what you think about a couple paint-alongs next year. We'll do Mooka Mania again. Oh, look at those birds. That's the other thing I'm like worried about too, is birds. I've seen a couple drone videos, actually a review for this the drone that I bought. I was watching a guy doing like flight testing and review in cold weather, and just like testing it out. And he was flying it over his town that he lives in, like over the downtown area, and a pigeon flies up and tries to attack the drone. And luckily it didn't fall, it didn't drop, like it didn't fall to the ground. It was able to stay level, but you saw it go wee, wee, like freaking out, and you just hear the bird go ah! Like come after it. And he's like, I am so lucky it didn't hit the ground. He's like, the birds around here will come after my drones, because he has more than one. He's like, they will go out of their way. I don't know if it's the noise that annoys them, I don't know, but he's like, the pigeons always come after my drone. I'm like, that is wild. But anyway, looks like we've got a couple cyclists around. But like I said, I think there's a pull-off a little further ahead. Apollo's like, move faster, Slowpoke. And freaking waddling along. Let's see. Come on. Let's go this way, baby. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, we're cruising. Made some good progress on responding to comments the past couple of vlogs. We made a pretty good dent. So probably another one or two more catch-up videos, be it whipping chats or otherwise, and we should be all caught up again. So not going to let myself get a year behind like I did like I did over the fall. So yeah, I'm hoping I can keep up with it more regularly. Wow, if those are cyclists, they've got every light imaginable set up. Oh, it's multiple cyclists. It's like, dang, that guy's got 6 lights on him. So yeah, we'll let these guys cruise by and pop the drone up again and have some fun. Have some fun over here, huh, Appo? Yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry if it's looking grainy. I will try to work on learning what those manual adjustments are, because I think there's a way to improve that. I just don't know it. Good. Okay. The other thing I want to do is get past these electrical poles. Because God forbid I'm bringing it back home and I smack into a power line. That would also be not great. So we'll get under these. We'll take it from there. Oh, Appo. It's coming to the realization that I've got to walk all the way back, too. I'm going to have to ice. I bought it looks like a sock, but it's got like the toes exposed, but it does wrap around your big toe. So it's a pair of them, one for the left and one for the right. But they're little ice packs, like fabric ice packs. So you're meant to freeze them for a couple hours and then slip it on, and it's supposed to help reduce inflammation. And then if you need a hot pack for whatever reason, you can also microwave it. And then you get the heat. But usually for inflammation, they say you want to ice it. So I haven't iced my foot yet. So those are supposed to come in tonight or tomorrow. So I might try icing my foot tonight. I had it elevated in bed last night, and that seemed to really help. But yeah, it got really bad yesterday at work. And then when I got home, and I think also because the other thing I mentioned is I was going to try to film decorating the Christmas village at work. Well, I was going to bring all the stuff, but I was hobbling around yesterday looking the fool, and I was like, I don't want everyone seeing me like this. So I did start decorating the Christmas village, but I was standing while doing it the whole time, and ooh, I was in rough shape just standing in one spot. I was in rough shape, so you don't want to see me like that. I was standing there, and then like one of my coworkers was like, hey, can you come over and take a look at my computer? I'm like, or take a look at this. I have a question. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like okay, 1, 2, 3, lift up your foot. 1, 2, 3. And then I was like, oh, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Just give me a minute. I'll be over there in a second. So yeah, I was a hot mess yesterday, but today's been much better. Um, but I will say it's starting to get a little sore walking, but I don't have a choice because my baby needs his exercises. So I've just got to push through. I'll be fine. I'll ice it when I get home. I'll be okay. And it's way better than it was yesterday. There's no way I'd be doing this yesterday. So it's improving. It's just, I don't know what triggers that inflammation. Like I keep thinking, do I have gout, like recurring gout? I'm like, why would I have that? So I don't think it's that. Maybe. I don't think it's that. I think and then I was like, it's plantar fasciitis, but I don't know if there's something that triggers like additional like intense inflammation with plantar fasciitis. Like if I'm just, because I walk so much with Apollo, it just triggers it. Or if I step wrong, something happens. Because it happened, I felt it coming on, I'd say Sunday afternoon. Forget what I was doing. I came back from trying to go meet Sintra. Came back, was just hanging out at the house, getting some stuff done. And I just stood up and I'm like, ow, what the heck? Like my toes, and it was like my two or three middle toes. It's like, ow, that really hurts. And then it just kind of started to get more intense. And then it kind of spread to like the whole, like everything but the pinky toe, but it was swollen. Yesterday I took my shoe off at work after everybody left, because I'm the last one there. I stayed the latest. So everyone left and I'm like, okay. I took my shoe off and took my sock off and my foot looked like a little balloon. I was like, oh my goodness. But again, I think that had to do with the fact that I was standing on it all day trying to decorate this village. So I think that's why it got so bad. Because once I sat down and kind of crossed my legs, so my foot was up on my right leg, my right knee, it felt so much better having it kind of elevated. So I don't know. But I looked up a bunch of remedies like ibuprofen, and then there's another NSAID, I think is what they're called, like that category of anti-inflammatories. There's one called sodium something or other. So I ordered that, took that today, which definitely has been helping. And then I got some Tiger Balm and some lidocaine cream ointment for joint and muscle pain. And like I said, the swelling's pretty much gone. So again, I don't know. I think I just need to cave and book an appointment with a podiatrist. I booked one last time this happened a few months ago, and then I went to urgent care and got a prescription for an anti-inflammatory, and it knocked it right out. I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm fine, but seems like this is going to be a recurring thing. So I don't know. It could be tied to the fact that we do walk so much, but people go running every day. I'm not like some crazy marathoner. I mean, I average about 4 miles with Apollo every day, but that's not crazy, so I don't know. It could be diet related. I don't eat the best. It could be the fact that I was crazy dehydrated when I was sick. I told you guys when I was on my antibiotics for the eye infection, I was having some pretty bad stomach stuff. So I was not holding very many, if any, fluids in. And with my sore throat, I wasn't drinking much either. So it could have been the fact that I was just crazy dehydrated and, just not flushing stuff out of my system, and that caused the inflammation. I don't know. But let's go ahead and take a little pit stop real quick. See if we can get some nighttime shots. It's about dark enough, so hold on. Okie dokie. That's fun. It's definitely more nerve-wracking flying at night because you can't really see, you know your elevation, you know how high up you are from your starting point, but you don't know, like, oh, is there going to be a big pole in front of me or something? So I just default to jacking it all the way up to nearly the highest altitude, which is 390 feet from where I started. So, obviously there's no light poles or even the big, huge, electrical towers are not 390 feet off the ground. So I feel safe at that height going pretty much anywhere and knowing I'm not going to run into something. But flying it back to me, I essentially had to stay at that height all the way till it got pretty much above my head and I could hear it. And luckily it does have a flashing light so you can see where it is in the sky. It's essentially the battery power light. So you can see it above your head and then you kind of have to do your best to lower it down to as close to you as possible. And you can use the return to home function and it defaults to going as high as possible and then dropping straight down on you as opposed to coming in at an angle like, a plane would. So I could do that, but it's usually off by like 5 to 10 feet. So you kind of have to stop it at a certain point and then get it a little bit closer to you if you're not able to walk over to where it is. So yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. I used to be so anti-drone. I think I've talked about it before. When I used to be out hiking in the middle of nowhere and I'd hear the buzz of the drone, I'm like, oh, geez, kind of kills the serene peacefulness. But out here, in town, technically, I don't mind it. It is what it is. And when I have gone up to the mountains with my little baby drone, I try to make it quick. But the nice thing about this one is you can't hear it once it's far enough away. So if you're flying it away from a trail out into the open forest where there's no trails or anything, then hopefully you're not really bugging anybody. You don't really hear it until it's kind of above your head. So I don't know. I'm sure there's people like I used to be that get annoyed. And if someone was to say something like, hey, we're trying to enjoy our little family outing or trying to enjoy the hike, could you cool it? Of course I would. So, but even with my little baby drone, my small one, that one doesn't go far, so it's always close by, so it's always making noise, and its little propellers are very high pitched. And I've flown that thing around like campgrounds and stuff, and I've never had anyone say anything. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things, like, as long as I'm not flying it over people's heads, close or anything like that, which you're not allowed to do, then it should be fine. Come on, buddy. Let's keep moving. So yeah, I think it's fine. But I'm probably just going to keep walking with you until the battery gets low, and at a certain point I'll say bye. I'll just keep checking the battery. We've got maybe like 35-ish% left. But yeah, nothing else too crazy going on in my world, just dealing with this stupid foot. But it is getting better. I think it's fine. And I probably should book like an actual podiatrist appointment and just say, hey, like, if this is just like chronic inflammation, what can I do to help mitigate that? Or if I do notice like a flare up where I'm like, ooh, it's not feeling good, how do I nip it in the bud without it getting too crazy? Because I have a dog responsibility, and I like to stay active and doing these multiple mile walks and stuff. So I'm not about to give that up, and I'm not going to put Apollo in a situation where he's not getting the exercise he needs. Like, how do I keep up with this or set myself up where it just doesn't happen? I'm sure it is diet related. Like, I eat probably way more sodium than I should. Like, sometimes, like, oh, this is salty, or, like, I don't know. So maybe I just need to reassess some of those things and definitely drink more water. I've been pounding water like the past 3 days. It's pretty much all I've been drinking is water. Then they say that tart cherry is really good for circulation and clearing stuff out, like especially if you have joint inflammation. Tart cherry juice is good, so I bought some of that, and I've been mixing it with my water here and there. So doing all that, so trying to keep up with it, or trying to help alleviate it, and I'm sure there's more consistent, permanent changes I could make to certainly help out. So, oh, I forgot how creepy it is up here at night. Ooh. Come on. Come on, baby boy. I did see a couple runners and cyclists still bopping around up here, so I know I'm not alone up here. But there was one time we came up here at night. I'm sure I've told this story, I don't know how many times. It's like the first year I had Apollo. We came up here and we were walking, and I think it was kind of right in this area. Turned to the left over here, and you just see, I had my headlamp on, and I just saw all these eyes looking back at me, the reflection of them. And there's deer up here, obviously. We just saw one. But there's also coyotes up here, and you can hear them yipping and crying at night. You can hear them yipping and stuff at night. And then there's also fox. Lots of fox up here too. So I don't know what they were. Their eyes were pretty close to the ground, so I'm assuming it was coyotes. But it could have been just deer too. If they were downhill, they're gonna look lower to the ground from where I am. There's probably like four, 5, 6 sets of eyes just staring back at me and Apollo. And this is when he was a young boy, so he's much smaller. So I was like, okay, let's go. You're just a pup. I don't know what they are, but I don't want them coming after you or me. It's like, let's get out of here. So, and then you'll also hear runners too. So you just hear in the distance, like someone's feet hitting the ground, and it's creepy. But maybe I just need to put on a true crime podcast and zone out. Oh my gosh. And it's getting cold, and I have a limp. What am I doing up here, Appo? Luckily, there's cell service all up and around here. Like, you can see Golden's right down the hill. So it just feels more isolated because there's nothing up here. You might have been able to see it in the little nighttime clip that I filmed coming off the mountain, but you have all these houses and lights. And then once you get here to South Table, it just goes pitch black because there's no lights, there's no houses, no roads up here except for the access road for the Parks and Rec that come up here. So it's just trails and that's it. So it's like this weird dead zone. It's kind of cool. But yeah, get home, warm up a little bit, not super hungry, so I might just do snackies for dinner. I made a sun-dried tomato cream ravioli HelloFresh for lunch, so I have the second serving of that in the fridge, and it came with zucchini, and then I did some blistered baby tomatoes on top of it with like a little panko crumb on top, some lemon zest and parsley. So I did that for lunch. So I've got the other helping of that, so I might do that for dinner, or at least a portion of that, and then pop in the shower, get Apollo fed, rotate the laundry. I was not doing laundry pretty much the whole time I was sick, other than washing my sheets, because that grosses me out. I was just in and out of various pajamas, and then so I just wasn't doing laundry, so I had a ton of laundry. So I finally got that started today. Had like 4 loads of laundry to do. So got that going. I'm on load 3, I think. So I need to rotate that, get all of that folded, or at least start, and then check to see how this video is uploading. I guess I can check that right now. Let's see. Let's get the old cell phone out. Ooh, that's bright. That blinds me. Let's turn that down. Okay. All the way down. There we go. Let's see how that video's doing. Whew. Looks like it's still uploading. My gosh. The internet is crawling at home today. What's going on? Let's see. Let's see if I can find out how much longer it's going to be. It says, oh, it's processing up to 4K. It's got 16 minutes left, so it might... Let's see, will it play? Oh, it's playing. Okay, cool. It uploaded. No views yet. It must have just gone up, so it's processing up to 4K, but it's live now. You'll have to let me know what you think. Let me do this. So let's make sure we have enough battery to talk. I don't know. Let's see. Hello? Not you. Sorry. Hopefully the battery doesn't die, but we're gonna talk. So this video that just went up, it's vlog 208. It is the first vlog. I did it on Saturday. I've been talking about it. I did it on Saturday. First vlog with the drone. So we have some shots there. And it's the first vlog that I edited with Final Cut Pro. I ended up getting the trial of that software. So that's the first video that I've edited with Final Cut Pro. So let me know, either on that video or here, if you notice any improvements. It took a long time, or longer, to edit, not because it was taking forever to process, but because I was doing a lot more work with the clips. I did some color enhancement just to make it a little bit more vibrant, adjusting some temperature levels and stuff. I did a lot more adjustment with the audio levels too. I worked on removing the drone screeching as much as I could in one clip, so you have to let me know if you notice that. I did this like picture-in-picture kind of thing with like a background blur that I learned how to do. I did some different transitions. So like the clips fade differently, and I lose a little bit less of the audio in between the cuts. So I did that different. I added some audio, and then of course the drone footage. So you'll have to let me know if that looks a little bit more professional. But I was pretty proud of that when I posted it. So leave in the comments if you hear this and if you noticed any changes, because I tried to step up my game a little bit, but yeah. So that might be one that I go back and actually watch just to see the difference. I'm really curious about the color enhancement because I was kind of shocked by how well it did. So you'll have to go back and look at not vlog 207 because I did do color enhancement on that one. So look at like vlog 206 and us walking around town versus 207 and 208 and see if it looks more true to life and a little bit more vibrant, less gray and less washed out. This camera, my action camera, it automatically defaults to a color grading that is more neutral and kind of gray because they anticipate you going and doing some adjustment in post, so they don't want to blow it out and make it look super saturated. So you have a more basic, there's a deer running next to us. That was kind of scary. Do you see it, Appo? It got spooked. I can hear it running. That's crazy. So it does a more basic kind of, not washed out, but it doesn't do any color enhancement because they anticipate you going back through as a video editor and bumping those up or doing it how you want to do it. But I've never done that because I've never had the choice or the option or the ability. So I'm curious to see if you notice. But anyway, okay, well, I'm going to stop chit-chatting so I can keep my eyes and ears out for anything up here. I should have brought my headlamp. So I'm going to let you go. But yeah, let me know what you think of the last vlog and maybe this one too, if there's any improvements. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.